r/AskReddit. Men of Reddit. What's the hardest thing to explain to women? Why we bottle our emotions up. That we don't know every detail about everyone else in my life. When I mention I hung out with someone, my mom will ask me what their wife does for a living and can't understand that it didn't come up in conversation. You can pop a boner without being aroused. You can get a boner even when you are nervous. That men can sit for hours talking and talk about nothing. An itch on my dick is way worse than an itch anywhere else. A lot of us aren't great at picking up hints. I have to constantly explain to my wife why my 2-year-old son is obsessed with his penis. I have to explain why he always wants to touch it and grab it when his diaper is off. She will never understand why our baby and his father share this habit. Edit. It seems I should have worded this a little differently. How much compliments mean to us. It's a different type of happy when a guy gets complimented. Most of us don't get complimented, so if you do give us one, we'll remember it forever. We can hang out with other guys all day and not talk about anything personal or of substance. I think women tend to share more of this stuff with each other. What's going on in their relationships, career, etc. While guys tend to not share this kind of stuff with each other so often. We will every now and then, but a lot of time we tend to kind of keep things on the surface. I've just had so many of these kind of conversations. So how's Jeff doing? He's doing well. Is he still going out with Amanda? I actually don't know. Well, didn't you guys hang out all day? Yay. What did you talk about? Nothing really. Just kind of whatever. Isn't he your friend? One of my best friends. The feeling of getting kicked in the nuts or straight up right in the shaft that immobilizes you and leaves you in fetal position with the feeling of needing to throw up while at the same time having sharp radiating pain from your asshole through your neck. Edit. Guess I can kind of explain it. That just because I'm a guy doesn't mean I don't care. I've had women talk to me about guys losing their hair. He's a guy so he doesn't care. I know a lot of guys who hate being bald or the fact that they are balding and their hair is thinning and hairline is receding. This idea that we don't care or don't care about our looks because we are a guy is ridiculous. As much as we're seen as sex-crazed pigs, we talk so little about women when we get together for drinks or something like that, and when we do the topic doesn't last long. Literally can't even remember when was the last time me and my best bud talked about women. We're both single too, just usually talking about our old friends from school and what they're doing, cars, our jobs, sport, or politics occasionally. It's not that we're hiding things or we don't want to talk to you, but we actually are just thinking of nothing in particular sometimes. Edit. Holy hell, this is the longest conversation advocating for and against nothing I've ever read. Edit. My first gold, I think. Thanks. For nothing. Sometimes we could use a hug. Sometimes an erection just happens. We don't control the thing. It's a physical response that could literally be from nothing. That sometimes we need personal space and it has nothing to do with our opinion of you. From a gay dude's perspective, probably explaining that my sexuality doesn't mean I'm an expert on women's beauty stuff. I'll go shopping with you and give you my opinion on outfits, but I'm not some Paris fashion wizard because I get naked with other men. Speaking of which, I can do drag makeup. No, Cindy, that does not mean I'll do your makeup. Why? It's drag makeup. You will look like a clown fucked a real housewife. Is that what you want, Cindy? We'd love to be able to share what is really on our minds, sexual and non-sexual, and every topic and viewpoint under the sun, except we're afraid of the relational consequences. Sometimes I'm just horny, but in a committed relationship sometimes I look at you and I'm just so in love that I want to be as close and intimate with you as I can. Which is sex. My ex and I had different love languages, and she would worry that I don't love her as much as she loves me, which was just crazy because I was head over heels for her at all times. Trying to explain that really close love sex was one of the ways I showed her exactly how deeply I was in love with her, but she didn't get it. When you ask us what we're thinking about and we say nothing, it's because we know you don't want to hear about ninja space dinosaurs. No, you do not have superpowers that give you the ability to read my mind. Hearing you think makes my skin crawl. That just because I'm quiet in your presence doesn't mean I'm upset. Just means I'm either tired, don't have anything to say, or I'm thinking about something. I really want to see if we'll get along well enough to date, but I'm horrible at maintaining a conversation without being too safe or too out there. Bro culture. Women just have different relationships with their friends than men do, and it's hard to describe in rational terms how men's friendships work. We harass each other, and are usually obnoxious, but would also break our backs for our bros that we tease relentlessly. We appreciate women making the first move. If I don't jerk off, I can't think straight. I'll end up doing something stupid like invade Poland, start a megachurch, or buy a timeshare. Why I don't know what the fuck my best friend is up to in life even after hanging out with him all day. Your hints are obvious to other women, not men. If it can be rationalized, it will. No, we're not getting jealous when you're dating someone to get our attention. We're thinking good for her. I'm glad she found someone. We're not thinking that you're trying to get our attention by hanging out with us, even when you specifically ask to be alone with us. We're thinking, wow, I'm so glad to have a friend who wants to hang out with me. Words matter. They are effective and leave no room for misinterpretation. Just say you want to date us. Us guys are trained not to assume a girl is into us. If we do and we're wrong, we're socially crucified. At worst, it could result in legal action, depending on the extent it went to. It's too dangerous for us to assume. So please don't make us. Edit. Spelling. Thank you everyone for your responses. I don't always want to be the one that initiates sex. It makes me feel like a creep. We spread our legs so we don't crush our balls. As a little boy it was instilled in me that emotions were roadblocks to ultimate goals. Sad? Do something about it. Mad? Do something about it. Happy? Better keep doing that. Feelings are hurdles to jump over, and I can go a while before tripping. When I do trip though, oh boy does the memory of pain shoot through me like a bullet in the ass. I cry like a bitch about every hurdle up to that point even though it was just one that made me fall. And because I don't fall too often, I don't really remember the procedure going about fixing the injury. You can load me on the stretcher and I might just roll out. You can give me a painkiller and I might just throw it up. Hell, I might be so traumatized by it all I might just stop running altogether for a while. Just because I'm attracted to you doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. We're still a human, so that's mean we have feelings too. So please take care when choosing your words when you're arguing with us. Sometimes, this is me personally so I can't say it's common. The struggle not to share emotions isn't as much the worry of backlash from society or friends, etc. It's more just a conflict within ourselves to verbalize and come out with it. I trust my friends with respecting how I feel. I just can't get it out because I'm fighting myself. Why our pride keeps us from doing certain things. Asking for directions or help are the common examples, but also not coming off as high maintenance or cheap. Things like not sending food back, not using small coupons and being sheepish with large coupons. We don't know why either, but it tends to go away in our 30s and 40s. Also health issue denial. I figured I had lung cancer for years before I found out what heartburn is. Never occurred to me to see a doctor or tell anyone. We're living an illusion and faking it until we make it, I guess. When asked what are you thinking about, and we respond with nothing, we are literally thinking of nothing. What I meant. My legs aren't spread to show dominance. They are spread because my scrotum is sticking to my thigh and it's super uncomfortable, but less uncomfortable than explaining this in public. I wouldn't know. I'm single as fuck. We have feelings that are just as real as yours. Don't pee next to someone at the urinals. Always have a space between you and them. Precisely how much a small tap to the nads hurts. Women have giving birth on the top of the pain threshold, and I'm not taking anything away from that, but too many women don't seem to understand just how sensitive those bits are. That emotional state of meh. You're not great. You're not terrible. Just meh. Nothing is really wrong. You're just not really feeling it. For some reason. Some folks interpret this as pissed off. They then continue to ask why are you so mad, despite you answering against this. They keep doing asking until you actually get annoyed and angry. Pee at an angle. Valentine's Day is for the boys. That I am simply not clairvoyant. You need to tell me what it is you really want. If you're disappointed in something, say so. I can take it, as long as it's not number one. When we say we don't care, we really don't care. Yes, we can have an opinion on something, but when we say we don't care, that means our opinion isn't strong enough to sway us either way on something. When you say, does this outfit look okay? And we say yes. You look stunning, and you reply, well, you would say that. Half my brain thinks please believe me because you do look stunning, and the other half thinks WTF did you ask me for if you aren't going to believe me? Why I have peed in my backyard are surprisingly high. Her words. Number of times.